matchups always elevate the pressure. The heart beats a little faster. It gets a little more intense, particularly if that team across the field is a conference foe. And that's exactly what we have in this showdown coming up. Welcome, everyone, to Hard Rock Stadium, home of the Miami Hurricanes. As we'll see, the number 10 team in the country, the Clemson Tigers, taking on a team that ranks in the top 5 in this conference, the Miami Hurricanes. For EA Sports College Football, Reese Davis with you alongside David Pollack and Jesse Palmer. And guys, can't wait to get this one started. And the Canes will kick it away to start us off. The ball squirts through the end zone. That'll be a touchback. They'll bring it out to the 25. Blasted as he lets it go. Working the middle. Really good job to pick up a chunk of yardage and get it out to the 39-yard line. Really want to try to pick up at least half of the yardage needed on 1st and 10. Give to the back. A confident, tough, efficient run gets it up to the 44. This is a kind of game, a top 25 matchup in the early season that you look for when you're trying to build your resume.
Yeah, these are so fun because as a player you kind of get bored if you don't get challenged, but when you got an early season challenge like this, all the adrenaline, all the juice, Palmer, you're ready to rock and roll.
I love this. We've had this game circled for a long time because we learn a lot in these types of games. What are these teams about? Which conferences are better? You're going to get a lot of answers today.
And that is not where you want to miss. You do not want to miss high over the middle. A lot of that times that turns into an interception. He doesn't get that, but he's got to lower that football and give his receiver a chance to make the play.
A chance to sort of put the defense on its heels if you convert a 3rd and long. This one from the 44. From the gun, wants to pass. And that's incomplete. A defender all over him. Knocked the ball to the ground. 4th down coming up.
And I think on that last play, that's an example of the quarterback trying to predetermine whom he wants to throw to. And instead of letting the defense dictate who gets the ball, man coverage, that guy was not open that time out on the perimeter of the field. Still, he gave him a chance, but that thing had incompletion written all over it from the moment the ball left his hand.
This offense is so deep in the hole, it looks like the end zone's at the end of the earth. Trying to beat him to the left. Look out, he's got room. Got the 1st down and more. Speeding down the left side. The 30. At the 20. And he ran away from the defense to take it in. Touchdown, Hurricane.
What a big-time run. He's still running. Over 90 yards. That's one of those when you're running to the end zone, you're looking behind you, you're looking on the Jumbotron to see if anybody's going to catch it, and nobody's going to catch him on that huge touchdown run.
They're set to kick it off. You think this crowd's going to get loud when their defense comes on the field? That one bounds through the end zone, and it'll be a touchback. Clemson has their paws on it, and they'll send out the offense. Finding themselves down 7-0, they'd love to get a drive going here. Runs ahead and powers his way for 4 yards out to the 30. Let's take a second and talk about Clemson. Really interesting matchup here. It's always fun when the top two teams in the conference get to square off in the regular season. With all the expansion, it's become a little bit of a rarity, hasn't it?
It has. Obviously, there's so many teams in each conference, but head-to-head still very much matters. So if you're sitting, obviously, at the top like these teams are, the head-to-head this day will really matter down the road.
Yeah, this was a game we circled way back in the preseason, expecting these two teams to be as good as they are, and now we get to find out who's the best in conference. Both these teams relishing this opportunity to show not only their opponent, but the rest of the conference who the top dog is.
They bring him down, but the big play will move the sticks.
Man, if I'm a defense, I got to find a way to get some more pressure on the quarterback or disrupt their timing and their rhythm. I can't give them these big chunk plays through the air. I got to be maybe a little bit more aggressive or do something a little bit different.
And the defense holds firm. No pickup at all on that play.
You know when you're playing against a defense of this caliber, you're going to have some sort of balance, right? You can't just drop back and throw it every single play. Nothing going on that last run. They're going to have to find another way to get it going and handing the ball off.
It's complete to the left. Turning it on. Wrestled out of bounds at the 12, and another productive play on this drive.
Well, the offense just taking what the defense gives them there. There's a lot of cushion out in coverage, so that was just too easy for the quarterback. Spits it out, and they pick up the first.
Here comes Clemson with another first down. Gives it on the option. He's tackled right at the 10-yard line, and they're trying to cash in on this drive. Operating in the red zone here on second down. Back to pass. Grab behind the line. It's Davidson. And he is going to lose yardage. Nowhere to run as he is forced out of bounds. They'd love to pick up this conversion and go to work with a first and goal. Trying to move the sticks on third down through the air. He caught it! And he's knocked down, but there's also laundry on the field. We'll see what the officials have called. Just outside the red zone at the 21, but it's third and long. Looking to throw, and he needs a bunch. Caught in the backfield. It's Dickens. He's forced out of bounds inside the 5 and the 4, and they save the touchdown, at least for now.
That's a really big completion for the offense. And look, I know they didn't get the first down, but because of it, they're now set up in fourth and very short. And if you're the head coach, you're thinking very long and hard if you're going to go for this one now because of that success you had on that play.
The Tigers will try to move the chains on fourth down. Calls his own number. And he'll race it to the house. Touchdown, Tigers.
This is like having an extra running back in your backfield. This quarterback is magic. When he decides to keep the football, he can make people look absolutely silly. He shows you on that play.
Setting up for the extra point and the tie. And they add the extra point to finish the drive. We check in with Kevin Connors. What's going on, Kevin?
Fellas, we don't get a ton of top 5 matchups, so let's check out how today's Rumble played out. Penn State handled its business today away from home. What a thorough beatdown. And what poise this generally young team showed. I think even other coaches will point to this one as what's possible. Going to be interesting to see what the fallout from this one is for one ranked team, while the other could have a case for the #1 spot in America, fellas.
Yeah, how about that? Sounds as if they had a good ball game there. Kevin, thanks for the update. play action on first down. Trying to get behind the defense. He's got it along the sideline. He's loose down the middle. And he slipped through the crowd, and he'll house it. Touchdown, Canes.
Quarterback's abilities to read the field is huge, and also the anticipation, the timing. To be able to throw the football, Jesse, and hit a guy in stride so he can get run after the catch and get in the end zone, that was a nice job by the quarterback.
Yeah, it's critical, David. Listen, a lot of times touchdown passes aren't thrown into the end zone. You've got to read the coverage, hit the open guy, and let him do the rest.
That ball skips through the end zone. It's a touchback, and they'll take over at the 25-yard line. The drive starts from their own 25-yard line. To the ground with the back. Breaks into the open. He gets those chains moving, gets it out to the 42-yard line.
It was a really nice play there. The thing I like about this guy, too, his versatility. He's not just good running the ball, but he can catch and he can block. And you think about all the greats they've had at the position in recent years. Versatility at the running back position, being an every down back. And that's exactly what this guy embodies.
Open the drive with a chunk play out past the 40, and they are in business on first down. Under fire. He's open on the right. They're ripping off chunks of yardage. They get it to the 33.
And, David, I know there's a part of you that wonders what if had you played tight end. You and I have been out in the field pregame before. We've been spinning it around with your athleticism. I know you wonder what it would have been like to go make plays like that.
I tell you what, I do wonder what if now, Jesse, because now you can't hit these guys. You're not allowed to hit them high, all the targeting. Like, if you're a big body guy with good hands, you could go make a lot of money. It might have been a little bit safer, might not have got hurt. So, yeah, might not have been that bad of a living.
Wants to fire on second down. It's picked off, and they ruin the drive with a turnover. They get him on the ground after the turnover, but there is a flag on the field, and we'll see if that will be a reprieve for this offense. Use the play fake, now to throw. Moving out of the pocket. Pulls it in, it's Lofton. Put it right on him, sweet play, good pickup, and they'll move the chains with the first down. Great spot to attack there, right off the turnover, try to strike and keep them reeling.
Absolutely. Coaching 101. Sudden change. When you create a turnover and you get the ball back on offense, attack, attack, attack. Use the momentum. Try to make a big play.
And after the tackle, we are headed to the end of the first quarter. We have the early makings of a quarterback duel, as these stats will show you. They are lined up and ready to go and get things started here in the second. Looking to fire. Quarterback doing what he does best. He can move. Got him downfield. Oh, he's got some space. He's finally stopped, but not before he takes it into the red zone. They'll mark it at the 18.
And this quarterback wasn't thinking about taking off and running with that one. He was outside the pocket, but he kept his eyes down the field. He kept reading the coverage. He was surveying to find an open target. Accurate throw, and they get the first down.
Off the play fake on first down, wants to throw. Bought a little time, lets it go. Caught, close to the marker, it's Lofton. Touchdown, Miami! And they add 6 more on the board with that trip to the house. That touchdown puts them up by at least 2 scores. Too early to say it's over? Probably, but boy, it's starting to feel that way.
It might not be over, but you're in trouble, and you better find some answers really, really quickly. This team is putting everything together, and right now you got nothing going. Come on, give me something.
The kickoff bounces through the end zone. They'll bring it out to the 25. Clemson ready to dial up some ball plays. They've got it on offense. This is when the pressure can ramp up a little bit on an offense, David, when they start feeling the heat to answer a score.
And I think being down 14, you can kind of feel that way. But, dude, if you put a good drive together, this is a 7-point game. So, Palmer, no need to panic.
I was just going to say, David, I mean, this thing can flip quick. You go down, score, all of a sudden your defense gets a stop, or who knows, better yet, gets a turnover. This game is entirely different.
Now here on second down, see if they keep tossing it around. Wants to go up top. Quickly complete. And he surges up to the 36-yard line, and they'll move the chains. Good job by the receiver there not to run into coverage, but to find a spot that the quarterback could throw him the ball.
Yeah, on those types of routes, Reese, they say if you're looking, you're booking. So if that's man coverage, the receiver's staring at the quarterback all the way across the field. That time, the receiver didn't give the quarterback his eyes, so they were on the same page. They both knew it was zone, and they executed that perfectly.
He stopped just a chain link or 2 away from the first down and sets them up beautifully here.
You know, it's funny. I know running backs oftentimes are afterthoughts when it comes to the passing game, but when you think about it, this guy's been making people miss his entire life taking handoffs. So why wouldn't you try to get him involved in the passing game as well? You just saw in that last play how dangerous he is after the catch.
Takes the handoff. It's Davidson. That is a big win for this defense as they were right there as soon as he got the ball.
Yeah, you just feel like the running back's asking for redemption on that one. You know, second and short, and you're giving him the football. He can't get the first himself. Now it's third down. He's looking over on the sideline like, call it again, throw me the ball, I can go do this. It's never a good feeling for the running back in that situation.
Incomplete. Looked as if he had his man, but just a misfire from this senior.
Third and short like that on your own side of the field, you're just looking for a quick hitter. You're trying to get the ball out of your hand quickly, but the timing completely off there for the offense, and the ball falls in.
4th down and 4 yards to go. The offense will try to get it. There's a heat. And the incomplete pass lets this defense get the ball back for its own great field position.
And what a job by this defense. Early in the game, you want to set the tone. You want to set your offense up as much as you can. And here in the first half now, giving the ball back to them on their side of the field, shutting the 4th down conversion down, sending a message to this offense.
Oh, they're after him.